The following is a recording of the fourth session of the BBS UK Saturday Conference 2016. A Personal Perspective by Christian Bolton-Edenborough.
I was diagnosed with BBS1 in October 2014. Tell a little bit about myself. I'm a Master's Law student at Bangor University and I live in Hertfordshire, so I go to the Guy's Clinic every year. I was quite thankful of being diagnosed with BBS. I know that may sound strange, but it did explain a lot of things that happened in my childhood. I'd always struggled to see long distance. I'd been given various glasses, they didn't help. Could not understand why. The medical professions in mid-Wales, where I lived for most of my life, they had no idea what BBS is, and as Professor Beals has said, GPs still don't know what it is, unfortunately. So, went to university, I had a certain few things happen, not knowing why I couldn't see in the dark, and I wanted to drive like every young adult. I've got a big passion for racing, car racing, so I always wanted to drive. Went to my local optician and said, well, we think you may have a problem. They sent me to Moorfields, went through a lot of tests, and one of the consultants there said, oh, we think you may have something called BBS. I'm not sure. We'll send you to see Mr. Beals. And where is he? Where's he gone? He's over here. Well, you did meet me at my first clinic, Mr. Beals. Probably don't remember. You see so many people. Oh, okay. But I'm quite fortunate compared to other people, and I don't want it to sound rude, but my eyesight is still quite good. I'm only blind in the dark, so I can do a lot of things in daylight. And because of that, I want to try and help everyone else in the society, people who can't maybe exercise as well or be as mobile. So when I came to my first clinic, I was told, well, you're obese, you need to lose the weight. And a real motivation for me was to try and raise funds for the society. I'm a very motivated cyclist, I come from a family of cyclists, and I don't know if many of you know him, Nigel Hills was starting up a cycle across Holland the following summer. I thought, well, that sounds good. Motivational, I can do it and I can help raise funds. And through that, I managed to hit my target of losing the weight. So it was a dual benefit to it. This year, myself and one of our trustees, the very special Mr. Croker, here at the front row, we're doing a 10-mile run in October the 23rd. I'm his guide runner, so that's going to be interesting. You've got me with bad peripheral vision and spatial awareness, and you've got Stefan with limited central vision, so it's... I like to think of us as the Chuckle Brothers of BBS. You've got supposedly Stefan, the older and more wiser one of the two of us, so we'll see how that goes in the run. Yeah, exactly. No, it's going well, training's going well. We're both running around the 7-8 mile period at the moment. We're trying to get to 10 miles, and we're trying to raise £2,000 for the society. So, trying to get awareness out there. I'm hoping to go on BBC Radio Wales to do a talk. So, if there's any families from Wales that are here, I was hoping that I could maybe talk to you, speak to you for a few minutes, get your thoughts on how the Welsh medical system treated you, and then I can give an interview on Radio Wales and try and get some more awareness out there, try and help the fundraising process. Because in Wales it's really not known. I don't know if she's here, Helen Glenister, I have to thank you for... Oh, you're over there, I can see you. Thank you so much for the information you gave me. It's really helping. So she was telling me about, in Wales they really didn't know what BBS was, and I want to try and get more awareness out there by having the information, go on, explain about the cilia, the research that's there, and say, with extra funds, there's so many goals that could be achieved, but you need that funds to make the research happen. So I hope I can make a small difference with Stefan, as much as we can. Just fundraising. I'm hoping my vision's not going to deteriorate. I mean, that's what everyone hopes, that it's going to only deteriorate at a slow rate if you've still got some form of vision. Meeting Richard and meeting all of you here has been eye-opening, and I'm appreciative of the sight I've got left, and I want to try and make a difference for everyone else here that's really struggles. I'll finish off with two funny stories. It was before I was diagnosed with BBS, and as a student, you go out a lot. You go out and drink, you go out and have a good time, you enjoy while you're studying. Getting slightly tipsy and being blind in the dark is probably not the best recipe for success. I was the social secretary of my university's tennis society. I'd organised a night, I'd finished thinking, right, fed up, I want to go home. It's 1 a.m. So I'm walking back to my street, suddenly realising, oh God, it's very dark here. All the street lights have been turned off. I'm in a bit of a pickle. I get to what I thought was my door. I'm turning the key thinking, hang on a minute, has the landlord been here today? Why has he changed the lock? And I'm knocking on the door furiously, going, James, Natasha, these are my flat, let me in. I suppose I should have been wise to the fact that 3 Chinese people are standing at the door with spatulas looking at me very aggressively. But it was a sudden fact when I saw, hang on a minute, since when have we had a door knocker? And then there's my flatmate standing at the door, 2 doors to the left, down, going, Christian, we're here. And unfortunately, I've not been able to live that down since. And then the other story is to do with food and being colourblind, because I'm quite colourblind as well. Now, you'd expect ketchup sachets to be red. So I went and picked up what I thought was a normal ketchup sachet. It turned out to be vinegar, much to my horror, after pouring all over my food. But due to my pride and trying not to let any of my friends know, because they would have taunted me furiously for this, I ate all my pasta with this soaked vinegar on it and tried to cover up my blushes. But no, the fundraising, I hope it can improve me and Stefan's effort, because we've only just started out in the last month. I hope to do more things because I've got a real passion for sport. It's my way of coping with the disability. It makes me feel positive about it because I feel I can make a difference. And through making that difference, it feels like I'm fighting my own syndrome. So it feels like I'm being able to conquer it in a way over the last year. So it's just continuing with that really. And then hoping it doesn't stop me going into a career in the law, because that's what I aim to do, become a solicitor. Hopefully I can. Law's going down a bit at the moment in terms of there's so many people going for jobs. That's another point. My only other frustration has been with work. I've had a few setbacks with it. Some of you may be able to know of this as well. I've had a few jobs before Christmas where I turned up for work. I told them I was disabled with eyesight problems, and they said, well, oh, you're not registered. You're going to have to work at the same pace as every fully sighted member in this factory, because I wasn't registered. Even though I can see in light, I was having to peer at things. Well, for those who can't see, I've got the microphone right in front of my face. When I was looking at books in this factory I was working, I had to stare at them here. And unfortunately, my supervisor didn't like that. He said, oh no, you're working too slow. And I was threatened with the sack because I couldn't see properly. So it's been things like that, unfortunately. They've been the challenges. I'm very fortunate now. I've managed to get a pub job in the last month with a lot of light above me, so I'm getting used to be a bartender. And I think Richard's taken advantage of that because he made me his personal bartender last night. He's like, oh, serve me a drink, give me the measures of that. Taking liberties. I know you may be a trustee, but no, but it's been lovely so far, my first ever conference. I hope to keep coming. Hope to meet all of you while I'm here. Come up to me, I'm happy to chat to anyone. Share me your experiences if you want to. Obviously, it's as much as you want to tell me, because I want to get a bank together of knowledge, especially, as I said, the Welsh families. If you're happy to, I can then go and present evidence to get funding from BBC Wales and things like that, really, to just push it forward. And I think that's it, really. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.